We're back. We're back at the house. We're back at the renovation property. And I think the last thing you saw, right, today is the 23rd of December. Last time I was here was last weekend. So we're in the weekend of Christmas now. And I think the last thing you saw was me taking down the cupboard that you had in this corner right here. But since then, we have experienced some problems. Let me show that to you straight away. Just changing the view of the camera here. We're still in the same room, and last time it was all plasterboarded up. As you can see, that wall is over there. However, what we discovered was we found some mold growing in here, so we decided to take the plasterboard down. And back on Tuesday, I had an expert coming out to see where the moisture was coming from, and the reason we got concerned was because we saw I'm not so sure how easy it is for you to see, but you can see it here on the camera. We saw the moisture coming in, and obviously you had to trace it back from where it was coming from. The reason why we discovered that was because we took the skirting boards off, and at the bottom of it, we could see that it was starting to have like this color. Also, at the outside of the skirting boards, you can see the mold growing right there. And I quickly realized that I actually had a floorboard down here that was completely rotten. Or a joist that's going in between the thing that was the wall was built up with. So we traced it up, and actually it seems that we have, so this, what I'm showing you here, is an escape access. That square that you see there is not an escape access for people, but an escape access for smoke, which is a mandatory thing to have in Denmark when you have like a lot of apartments. And this building has 3 apartments. Given there's multiple apartments, it means that you need to have that one. So it goes up through the roof in here. However, I think this one is very, very badly placed. Let me show you why. So if I go in here, you can see you come up from the living room down here. You can see it opens up to these 2 rooms, and behind that wall is where you have the escape access for the smoke, if that happens. And just above here, where I show it to you now, so it goes up and then it goes that way through the roof. And I think there is where there has been a leak. I'm not too sure if there's still a leak. So what we need to do tomorrow, when it's light, we'll take down a lot of the insulation that you see here, so that we can go up and inspect what the current situation is right here. So that's the current situation. And when I had that guy out, had that expert out on Tuesday, he also showed me a second thing, and I will need to jump downstairs to show you that. So let me jump downstairs right now. So when I had that expert out, that's an expert in mold and other moisture-related accidents. I said to him, all right, we're right now down the living room, and I said, all right, fair enough, in here we just need to plasterboard the walls over with what it is right now, so that we can seal in the smell of smoke. And given that this apartment was previously renovated in 2001, they've just put up stud walls, added on insulation in behind it, added on plasterboard. And then I said to him, well, I think there actually might have been the kitchen in that area here of the apartment, because I could see something that was looking like tiles in behind it. So I said to him, let's have a look. He had a look, and what we discovered was that it's actually paper of like lots of layers of, I can't remember the words of it in English, but I think we discovered around 7 layers of wallpaper. I think wallpaper is called. And the worrying thing that we discovered was that this material that's beneath it, and I don't know what kind of vapor barrier that is. However, he said he found something in behind this, and I need to go down.
A few moments later.
So I'll come a bit closer to the camera, and as you can see, this material here is looking like wood. It's like compressed sawdust in a way, and in Denmark it's called Celotex, and it was deemed illegal in 1972. So far from what I've been able to look up on the internet. The thing is, this is what I would normally go out and buy in the local grocery store if I need to fire up a wood burner, and apparently that's what behind the wallpaper. So, and I'm going to do that instead of just ignoring that fact and just plasterboarding over it and then painting it and turning the blind eye to it. What I'll do is I'll need to strip down that wall, Need to strip down that wall. Need to strip down the walls in the kitchen, in this apartment. There's no need for me to strip down the internal walls because I have drawings of what's behind them, and they've only been put up after the renovation was done. So this is not behind any internal walls, but it is behind the outer walls, and it might also lead to them being not insulated good enough, leading to a heat loss. So instead of doing the thing where you sort of like just beautify a corpse, we are going to do it right, because I'm going to keep this property for about at least 10 years. So I want to have like the security in my stomach that everything's done properly. I've never taken down a wall like this. I have never tried to build up a stone wall, never tried insulating things, and never tried plasterboarding, aside from what we did last weekend for no reason. So I've been considering reusing the stop wall that's behind it. However, I might do some calculations to say how difficult it is to take out the screws compared to how much it costs to buy new studs. But I'll get to that in a minute. The only thing that we are going to be doing on this internal wall is that I want to strip the wallpaper off it because it smells of smoke because of the previous tenants. And the second thing I want to do is I just want to recover it all with new plasterboard, or not entirely new plasterboards, but new plaster plastered over so that we can prep it for paint. And I'm going to do that with all of the internal walls, meaning this one that we have right here and that one that you have over there. And I've just got a tool. Actually, the guy that was out here on Tuesday was so kind and showing me how it was to be done, because I tried steaming it off and it didn't really work. I bought a machine for it, but it didn't work. So what works is actually just this wallpaper scraper. And what you do is you simply just go down here, scrape it all up, so that you can go in and get a firm grip on it. That's what I've got right here, and then I'm going to pull sideways as much as I can. And the reason why I'm doing that right now is because I know that the neighbour has just left the building, so I can be nosy. And I want to do that before she comes back again. So hopefully I can strip this wall very quickly, and then we can call that one done for now at least. Right, that is that one wall done. We have stripped it for the wallpaper, so now I just need to plasterboard it, and after it's been plasterboarded, we can put up some I don't know what you call it, some membrane that you put up. You glue it up, you glue up the membrane, and then you prime it, or you prime it first, and you glue it up afterwards, and then it gets nice and smooth. So I want nice and smooth surfaces, and that was what we needed to do on that wall. Now, next order of business is to get started stripping down the plasterboard and remove the studs and remove the insulation on the wall behind me. What I am going to do is that I'm going to save up as much of the insulation that I can, because I think there's nothing wrong with it, so I want to reuse that one. We maybe want to add an additional layer. I don't know how thick it is right now, but depending on how that is. I think the first order of business is to get the entire wall down. Hopefully it's not going to be too noisy, and then we'll have a look at it. So there's going to be a time lapse of that coming right now. Quick note before the time lapse starts, and that is I really want to use the dust mask because I don't want to get all the dust going into my and breathing it all in. However, I think it's very, very difficult when you're wearing glasses, even protective glasses. If I'm just wearing protective glasses or just normal glasses, to wear the dust mask because it gets foggy, the glasses. So I think I'll prefer the dust mask, and then I'll just have to deal with it. I'll do it as much as I can because I need to keep myself safe. Before I fully jump into the task over there, I need to be very, very careful about the electrics because the electrics are on. I think I can still break the wall down without turning it off, because if I turn off the electrics, I won't have any lights on. So I need to be careful about that switch that's down there, and then the two that we've plugged out over there. But I think we are going to take it slow and steady, and hopefully I won't get electrocuted. It is actually quite hilarious looking back on footage that's 11 months old and trying to do all of the things in the edit. And I can see now that I've teased you for that time lapse for quite some time now, so I think, let's go. Okay, I think that's actually quite a good place to end the episode as it is right now. It's past 10 minutes, so I think it's good to round it off now. We did manage to get some good progress done in the episode today. We managed to tear down a full wall, scrape off some wallpaper on another one, and get ready to crack on. Now, this was during Christmas time. I had some time off. Plenty of time to get stuck in and just investigate. I think it was a quite good investment getting that expert out in mold. The thing is, he was an old firefighter, so he had seen buildings that had gone up in flames, and he said that it was easy for them to see when renovations had been made, and they just plasterboarded outside of the Celotex material, similar to what had happened in the apartment that we're renovating right now. So I think it was definitely the right decision, tearing down that wall and removing it from the back of it. Now, in the next episode, you're going to see some more demolition, and I think you're going to see that in the next few episodes. So I hope that you will tune in. If you have any suggestions, anything that I can improve in the edit, it's hard to improve anything in the filming because it's 11 months ago, but I can definitely do something in the edit. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas as to how I can change it up and make it more exciting for you to see. Then let me know. I'm all ears. So subscribe, follow along, and if you haven't watched the other 4 episodes that I've done, give them a shout or give them a watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.